Welcome back to our podcast. I know it's been
What's
a
up?
long
What's
time,
up?
you guys. We did have some videos lined up, and for one reason or another, they just didn't go out. But we're back and we're ready, and we have some awesome
Better than ever.
content lined up for you guys. So today, I thought it would be such a dope thing to get into some deep conversations. Are you ready for some deep conversations?
Yes.
Alrighty. Do you want to say hello?
What's up? What's up?
Alrighty, let's jump right into it. So I've been seeing on TikTok a lot these videos where they ask you these sort of like they're called journal entry questions,
Where are they?
and they're meant to be like written on journals or like in a diary or etc. And I like have followed so many of these pages on TikTok, and I've seen some questions that I'm just like, whoa, these are some awesome like conversation starters. And it would be such a cool like questions to ask like our followers. So that's what we did, and we asked a couple of you some questions.
Oh,
First question we asked. So, one of the questions that I personally felt was something that I thought would be a cool conversation starter was if you can say something to your younger self, what would it be? It's a question that some people have so many different answers because everyone has a different childhood. Some people had some awesome childhoods, they had no trauma, their inner child is happy and is at peace. And then there's other people who you ask them about their childhood and it was traumatic, abusive, it was horrible. And so I thought that would be like a pretty interesting question to ask people to see all the different answers we would get. And just like that, I was surprised seeing all the different answers we got. So one of our followers, after reading that, said, "Tough times don't last, only people." Another person said, "Stop letting people manipulate you, even mom." Another person said, "I'd tell my younger self that she's the strongest person I've ever known, and that no matter what, everything will get better." We got some Spanglish answers too. Somebody
some
said,
Spanglish.
"I would tell myself, échale más ganas, life is too short." Somebody said, "I would tell myself, don't try drugs, they will ruin you."
That's a good one.
That's crazy, huh? Another person said, "I would tell myself, stop doubting yourself and just follow your instincts." It's crazy to see all the different answers and, seeing that out of all of the answers, we saw one that says, don't try drugs, like, don't do it. And it's crazy because, it just goes to like show you how everyone's life turns out. And if there's one thing you could go back and tell yourself, it would be that one specific thing. So, with that, being said, what is something that you would tell your younger self if you could go back?
Well, if I could go back, I would tell myself probably get into being a young entrepreneur early. Because I know myself, well, working a 9 to 5, I personally hate it. And right now, the people I'm studying, the rich, they don't work 9 to 5s. They got methods, money methods. And I wish I would have knew this earlier, because I probably would be rich by now.
Yeah. So you'd go back and basically just,
Give myself financial advice.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
the bottom line, pretty much.
Yeah, like
Just
do this
financial advice,
earlier.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel it. That's,
Because growing up, even when I was like 16, even when my baby was on the way, I had no hustle, no ambition.
yeah.
Literally just a sitting rock, drinking.
Yeah.
But now, people change, you progress, you gotta change. Change is good and change is bad. Choose your change.
Yeah. So you're basically saying you'd go back and talk to your teenage self. I'm talking about your child
Oh,
self.
like my child self?
Yeah, like the
Well,
young you.
okay, see, that's weirder because the younger you are, the less you're really paying attention to what people say. You know?
No, I'm talking about just anything you would tell yourself. Like these people were saying, I'd go back and tell myself,
Oh yeah.
it gets better. Another person said, I had to tell myself to stop, like
I
listening
think
to
I
your
think it's just money for me.
family.
Money for me.
You just go back and give yourself some advice. Like,
Yeah, cause money. Cause
save money.
I depended a lot on people, on my parents, on brothers,
Yeah.
uncles, to buy me stuff.
Yeah,
And
no. And it's crazy because you are like complete. It's
yeah,
like a
it's a whole
switch now.
360. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel it. Um, that's pretty dope. If I can go back and give myself some advice, it'd just be like, you know, it's okay. Like, it's fine.
It's okay to not be okay.
And not even that. It'd just be like, it's going to be okay. Like, it's okay, kid. You got this.
Hakuna Matata.
Yeah, like, don't worry. Because, I was a very sad child growing up. I was just a whole mess. And it's crazy because so many people have such different lives growing up in childhood.
Well, not even that, but also on how you carry yourself.
Yeah,
Like
I always.
for instance, the most funniest people I've came across have the most fucked upest past, which is the saddest part because they use their humor for their
As a cope,
to cope.
like a cope mechanism.
They'd rather make people happy and laugh knowing their life is not that
Yeah.
because they know what it's like to be there.
And that's how it's like, all these. It's usually the people that are the happiest. It's sad, but it's the truth. Like the people that you see are the happiest are sometimes the ones that go through the most stuff. So like growing up, I was just so sad all the time, and that's what I'm saying. Like if I can go tell myself, it'd just be like, like enjoy being a kid. Like you're too young to, know and worry about. Because that's the thing too, is some kids are raised to be like adults, basically. Some kids are raised a little too grown, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. Because there's a difference between having mature kids, like we have our 9-year-old is very mature for his age. And then there's other things where parents dump all these like things that you shouldn't know. Like for example, me, like I literally would worry about our rent every month. Like
Yeah.
I'd be like, how is my mom gonna do it this month? Like, what are we gonna do? So that's the difference between like, oh, I have a mature kid and oh no,
And
my
I
kid
think
just
that-
knows my problems.
I think that's the difference because growing up, my parents never discussed no financial
problem.
problems,
Yeah,
no
yeah.
financial problems in front of us. That was like
Yeah.
their number one rule. It's like don't let. But that's I feel like that's what kind of messed me up in my teen years, because I had no money motivation or money power growing up.
Oh, okay.
You know?
I see what you mean. And you see, mine was like complete opposite. Like mine was like the moment you turn 18, you need a job.
You need a job, get a job.
If you're in school still, goodbye education, get your butt to work. Like that's it, And that's how
Yeah.
I was raised. It's
And,
crazy because that's like one thing that is so wild is just how different people are. One crazy thing that you guys should know is when we started dating, it was like me coming into a whole new world when we started our relationship because we were so different.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah, it was the same
and it was
for
just
me.
so different because
It was like
I didn't know what it was
me
like to-
trying to accustom to yours, and then you
me
you
trying to
accustom
accustom
to
to
mine,
yours.
and it was
Yeah.
like both of us were like, we thought this was normal. No, that
and
was
I
only normal
like,
to
whoa,
us.
that was normal to me.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and like, I remember I'd be like, wait, you have like a loving family? like, like you don't worry about, and like, what is that like? Like, what is that?
I was really confused when I didn't see a male figure in your
Yeah,
family.
yeah,
That was
and you're
my
like,
really
wait,
trip. I'm like,
where's
the
the
dad?
dad?
There's nobody in the family.
There's
has a
no dad. What is this? It's wild. That's what's crazy. It's just crazy, dude. The world is
Yeah,
so
it's
big.
just how everybody has their
Everybody
own
has their
life. You
own
know, it's their
life.
own story. Everybody has their own story, and to them, you're only perceiving in your point of view. So everything
Yeah.
is normal to your life accustomed.
Yeah. No, and
It's
that's
not
why I'm
until you
telling
share
you.
your world with someone when you realize, holy shit, I'm way different.
Yeah. It's like, whoa, like this is not what I like, whoa, what the hell? We're so
Yeah,
different.
like me personally, one thing I can say I always question is what how my life, my childhood would have been like if I were to have my grandpas and like my grandparents.
Grandparents. Oh, that is the thing we always
I
say.
never had
We do
grandparents.
always say that. We have our two sons who are very close to their grandma.
Grandparents.
Like their
Oh yeah, their
grandparents
grandma.
is who they're growing up with, like a grandparent in their life. We didn't have that. We didn't have a grandfather, grandmother. I mean, we obviously did, but we
But
didn't grow up with them
well, a grandpa I never actually had because my grandpa had passed
early
before.
on. How when
Yeah,
you before you were even
due to
born.
alcohol. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then my grandma, well, she's in Mexico, like across
Yeah,
the
yeah.
country, so it's not.
So it's like not how our kids have it now. Like our kids have
Yeah.
grandparents in their
But it's
mom's
crazy
side,
because we're going
grandparents
through
in
we're
their
going through
dad's
the
side.
Mexican American chapter
Yeah.
because our parents lived the Mexican chapter. The migration. All that. We're the legacy continuing, the seed planted
Yeah,
in the
here.
soil here, and that's
I
what
feel it.
we'll become.
Yeah, it's crazy though. Everybody's life is different. Everyone. That's why when I saw these questions, and there's so many more questions that I just want, our next content to be of these deep like conversation starters where you get to kind of see.
Where you guys can relate.
Yeah, and not even that, but you see stuff through like a new lens. You see it in a new perspective. But yeah, so I think it's so cool because you basically see
Well,
somebody's
a little
like,
piece of our lives, a little piece of
yeah,
our lives,
and
and
no,
maybe you can relate to little parts, or you can
yeah,
comment and give us a message
well,
about
yeah,
little
no,
things different from the same things we were
you're seeing it
experiencing.
through someone else's lens,
Yeah,
and it's crazy because we all have our own
I'm legally
perspective.
blind.
We all have our own perspective on life, how life
Yeah,
was
how
for
you
us,
view it.
how childhood was, how adulthood is, how parenting is. And
Yeah.
it's kind of cool, in my opinion, to see so many other people, going through stuff, or so many other people where I can say, okay, I'm not the only person. Like, I'm not the
Oh,
only
that's the
one.
best relief. That's
Yeah.
the.
So
I feel
seeing
like
some of these
that's the
answers.
best relief when you know you're not the only one going through the
Yes,
same
yes. So
things.
it's one of those things where it's like some of these answers I was like, you're right. Yeah, like I would also tell myself that, like I would
Yeah.
also I agree with that. Like, and it's pretty cool being able to relate. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our second question. The second question that we asked our followers was, what has been your biggest challenge in life and how did you overcome it?
Mm.
This one of the answers that we got, I kind of want to touch on it because it kind of like moved me in a way because I can't imagine how hard somebody might be going through for it to be the biggest challenge in their life. And the answer was being sober. Being sober was the most challenging thing I've ever done in my life.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm going through a
Yeah.
sobriety thing. I'm trying to go sober.
And, it's,
And a lot of people, at first, I was like, my mind, I brushed it. I was like, man, I can do it. I just don't want to. And then when I actually tried to do it, oh, it's hard. You feel like it got a grip on you. I go to
yeah.
the store and my body automatically goes to the beer
To the
section.
beer, yeah.
And then I got so used to it, it became a super bad habit where I needed it every time I was making a beat. I needed it. It was something, even if I didn't have one, I would reach and grab nothing, trying to grab a beer.
Oh God,
Like, that's
wow.
how bad and used to I was drinking every day. I had a bottle next to me. So every time I would want a beer, I would just reach right there.
Yeah. I honestly,
Props to anybody who
yeah.
actually beat any addiction
And
and is
and
now.
for it to be classified as one of the, like, not one, the
That's
most
strong mental power.
challenging thing that this person has gone through their life. It's, in my opinion, that's so sad for, for it to become one of the most challenging things. It's sad, that something that I'm pretty sure started off as fun ended up being,
Yeah.
such a horrible thing, because
Yeah.
that's how it is with all
I feel
drugs
like
and
that's
all
how all
alcohol.
addictions start.
Yeah,
All
and
addictions start. It's fun,
it's fun, or
and then you
it's a new
like it. You
experience,
like it,
or
and then
it was
you
just a
keep
little
doing
bit.
it and doing it,
Yeah,
and
and it's sad.
you not knowing or digging yourself.
Yeah. That one really, when I saw that one, I was just like, dude, what? Like,
Yeah.
that's the hardest thing in your life. Like, and we got some pretty, like, we got some like deep ones.
I can like me. I can relate to that. Like mine's is like it's just alcohol. I'm pretty. This is a minor, more minor. It's still a bad thing.
No,
But it's just a little minor addiction compared to bigger addictions such
no,
as
yeah, no,
heroin addiction, like
don't. How can I tell
meth.
you? Don't minimize it. No,
Oh no, and
any
addiction's an
addiction is
addiction.
addiction.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude,
addiction is
and
an
it did
addiction.
have a toll on you.
Yeah, it
It
had a bad
controlled your
toll.
life,
It
and
controlled me. It was bad for my
it
mental
ruined.
health. It
It was
caused
ruining
problems,
you.
fights. I've had so many bad experiences. I can't even remember.
Yeah.
I would wake up the next day not remembering
Not
the whole
remembering.
day I just lived.
It's like, hey,
The
what
day
happened
before.
yesterday?
What
Why are you
what
mad?
time did
Or
I
like,
come? Like
hey, what happened yesterday? Why? Where's my keys? Where's my car? Where, like, where am I? And it's like all
you don't
because of one
remember?
night of fun. And that's kind of how it is,
No, but it wasn't even one night of fun. It was every night.
It just became,
It consumed my life.
yeah.
And then now, I get more revenue. So to me now, it's like, well, not no more, but to me now, I was like, oh, damn, I'm going to get this amount of beer. I'm going to get the best one, IPAs, Like
Yeah. I'm gonna
anything
try this new
stronger. Yeah,
exotic.
try this new one. Try this. Now I'm like, I can't have it control me.
That's awesome.
It's
Honestly,
it's a mental game. It's what it is.
I didn't realize the like the awesomeness of that, like until I saw like that answer, and I was like, dude, people who like go through addictions of drug and alcohol,
It's
like,
real.
damn, like I'm pretty sure that stuff consumes you guys. Like that shit's some,
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know. When I saw that, it literally moved me. I was like, damn, man, like I can't relate, but it's like for a drug or for like beer to consume you in that way where it
And
becomes the
at
worst
first,
thing.
I thought it would never get to that point because in my head, I'm like, it's literally a bottle, like a soda. It's like,
Wow, yeah.
it's like something there, like just don't.
It's so little,
It's so
basically. Yeah.
like little. It can't cause too much problems. We have fun. No, it caused me a lot of problems.
Whoever has gone through that, I don't know who this follower is, but that was, that's a, I don't even know what to say.
Props, props to sobriety, to being sober.
You have to be a very strong person to come out.
It's all
through
mental
that.
games when it comes to
And
that.
not
And
everyone.
mental awareness is.
In my
we should
personal,
bring it up
I
more.
know I would not be strong enough to overcome something as strong as that. Like, I'm a weak bitch mentally. So that's why I'm saying, like,
At
all
a
these
point,
people.
I was weak myself. At a point,
Yeah.
I was weak.
No, and I see you like fight with yourself. Like I can tell, like
Yeah,
you
I do
fight
fight
it.
myself.
Yeah, and I see it, dude. Like,
And I hate
you
myself
fucking got
sometimes
this.
because sometimes I hurt the people that love me, that want me to do good. I just was too drunk to see it,
Yeah.
and I didn't realize like they have had good intentions.
And what sucks about addiction is it's not only hurting you, it's hurting.
It affects everybody
it
around me.
affects everyone.
Everybody around
It's
me.
like it's not you're not
I
the
can-
only one that's going through
I
it.
can
It's your
truly see
parents,
how
it's
alcohol
this, it's
can
that.
lead to homelessness. I
Oh,
can
yeah.
see that. I can see the most homeless are alcoholics.
Yeah.
They reek of alcohol.
And usually that's how it starts, right? Like with a little bit of
I
beer,
feel like
a
it
little bit of
starts,
alcohol, a little bit of this.
because when you get to that point, how I was, you drink it when you're happy to celebrate. You drink it when you're
When you're
mad.
mad, when you're
You
sad, when
drink it
you're.
when you're sad. You're just drinking it
I
for
feel it.
everything now. You know, every day you have an emotion. Oh, I'm happy today. You know, I could go for a beer. One beer leads to two. Two beer leads to a pack. Next thing you know, you black out. You wake up. Oh, I'm hungover. Oh, what do? Michelada. A michelada leads to one other beer.
Oh
That other
gosh,
beer
yeah.
leads back to packs. You have the same night.
I don't know. I feel like alcohol, it's one of those things. I don't even know why it's
But I'm not
so.
saying everybody is like that.
No,
I'm
yeah,
saying that's
yeah.
usually how it goes because there's people out there that really drink responsibly.
No, yeah, yeah, no, for sure. And that's the thing is, listen, I have nothing against alcohol, but what I dislike, like what I was going to say right now, is I don't know why alcohol and drinking here in the United States is seen as like, oh, yay, like, oh, yay, fun. But stuff like marijuana is frowned upon. I think alcoholism is big in this country for
Oh no, yeah.
anybody, dude.
Oh
A
yeah.
lot that like, and I say this with peace and love. A lot of white folks out there, homeless in the streets, smelling like pee and like
Yeah.
liquor. A lot of Mexicans, a lot of blacks, a lot of everybody, dude. I literally have seen every race as like a homeless, and I'm pretty sure most, not all, because there are some homeless out there that are like just struggling. A lot of
Yeah.
veterans too that are homeless
But that's
because the country fudged them over.
the world goes by on how many they see, and it's most of them that are just alcoholics, which ruins the chances for the ones trying.
Yeah, no, any
So
drug, any alcohol, it will ruin you. I don't know if we have any young listeners, but it's not. It's fun for a minute. It's gonna ruin your life. As simple as
and
that.
especially right now
I don't know it that much. You're the one
fentanyl,
that's
with
gone
the
through it.
laced drug fentanyl on the rise, like a lot of young
So
homies in
many
the
young
streets
people,
are
huh?
dying, trying to try just to try something. You end up dying
Oh my
because you get
god.
curious, and yeah, doesn't take too much to die with the fentanyl. Right now, we should be
I
aware.
don't know if we have any young listeners, but it's not fun. Don't die for something so stupid. I don't know. Like, I don't mean it in
Right
a
now,
mean
I'm to the
way
point where
or offensive.
I'm realizing it's more harder to stay sober than to actually
Exact. No, that's
be
literally.
high and like
Yeah, no, dude. That's
try,
what the answer was.
try getting on a natural high.
That's what the answer was, babe. It literally somebody said like the most challenging thing for me is being sober in life. Like, wait, that's what's hard?
Yeah.
Like, and
Honestly,
that's why I
that's
didn't
still me
see
today
it.
because I
I
have to
know,
at
and I
least
see
smoke. I have
you.
to at least smoke.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, smoking isn't as bad as drinking, but I mean,
Sober, sober.
it's still a state of mind that I'm altered.
Yeah.
It's still an altered state of mind. It's not as controlling or as bad,
Yeah.
but it's still like why, you know? Like, I was watching this guy. He was like, he went on a weed tolerance break. He was like, why do I need to smoke? He's like, there
Oh,
in
wow.
every occasion you don't have to be high. There's no need to be high in some occasions.
Do you feel like you can go like without weed?
Yeah, yeah. Like this whole day, like today,
No, I mean like for a week.
for a week I have, but I
Is it
was
hard?
drinking. You see, I'm like,
Oh, you'd have
you
to have
know,
one or the other.
it's like that. My mind has to be altered.
No, and I see you go through the green herb like celery, man. You go through it a lot.
No, no, not no more. Literally, like, I could buy this little eighth, and it'll last me because I just smoke out of this. I'm not smoking no blunts, you know.
Oh.
That
I
would
wouldn't
waste
know.
it. That would
I
waste
don't
it
know
more.
the
Yeah,
difference.
with the blunts, it would have been gone the same day I
I
bought it.
mean, I've just seen you.
Smoking more,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I've
I
just
smoke
seen
more
you
now.
more altered,
Yeah,
more happy, in a good mood.
yeah, yeah. 'Cause-
I don't know.
But then I question myself because I remember back in my childhood, as in my characteristic as who I am. I
Yeah.
was always a cranky boy.
Yeah.
So sober me, like me being high is actually kind of benefiting me because I am naturally cranky.
Yeah.
You know, I could
But
wake up and just be mad.
that is also
That's just my who I am.
the thing is with marijuana, there's a lot of debates with it. I personally, in this household, we are very 420 friendly. I CBD is amazing. It's saved people's lives. It's helped cancer patients. It's amazing. So here, I have nothing bad against weed. So in my opinion, I don't see that as a bad thing for when people are sad or depressed, or it's literally a medicine. It's literally a herb that they prescribe to you. When I was going through my anxiety, do you remember, babe? A
Yeah,
doctor literally told
recommended
me, was like, would you be interested in getting a medical card? And this
marijuana
was
card.
before
Yeah,
it was
it was
legal.
legalized. Yeah.
And I remember I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, you don't even have to get like weed. They have different
They
things.
have
They have these
oils. Yep.
rollers. They have these little scents you can put on your neck. And I remember I was like, that's when like I like kind of opened my eyes and it was like, I don't
The
know.
benefits
Yeah, the
it
benefits
can do.
outweigh the cons, and really, there's just not that many cons, in my opinion, other than your lungs. But
But I mean,
yeah.
honestly, looking at it, it's like it's kind of rare. Like, look at Willie Nelson. That motherfucker's old and he's a pothead.
Oh, who's that?
Tommy Chong.
People are gonna
He's like
go
a
come
country.
after
He's a
me.
country guy. But
Oh,
he's infamous for
for
being a
a
weed, like
weed.
a strong
Oh,
pothead.
okay, okay.
Snoop Dogg. Look, he smoked every day
Yeah.
till right now.
Oh,
There's a
a
lot of people.
controversial thing.
But I feel like
A
it
controversial question right
does
now.
it cause lung problems?
Oh no, it for sure does, babe. It's you're smoking it. Of course it
Oh,
does.
okay, shit.
A controversial question that I have for our followers. Go ahead and comment down below. If your child needed medical marijuana, would you allow them to have it? Not, and I'm not talking about like a 3-year-old. No, I'm talking about, let's say, like a 10 or an 11 or like a 12-year-old who was diagnosed with some type of chronic pain illness. Let's say like a horrible lower back pain, like a spine injury or something. Would you allow your child to medically intake marijuana? And, obviously, like not smoke it, but like,
Yeah, like just intake like the, because I've seen the video where the 6-year-old is having a seizure
oh, yeah. And his
and the
mom
mom
puts the
puts the
little
CBD
oil,
the oil
and
in
the
his
drops.
mouth.
Yep.
Yeah, and he comes back slowly, and you could just
People
see
with
how it works.
epilepsy also take it.
Yeah,
So you see, there's things like that, but there's still so many people out there who are like, nope, not my kid. That's why I'm like, I'm kind of curious in that. Let us know down below what you guys think. Let's go ahead and move on to our next question. Another question that we asked our followers. Oh God, I just realized this whole time we've only been talking about one answer that we got on like the what has been your biggest challenge in life.
wow.
It's because I told you it was a very big. It just really stuck with me, that answer.
that
It
one-
was a
yeah,
really
that
good
one
answer.
that one's good.
But really quick, let me just another one that I was like, whoa, was somebody said one of the hardest things I've had to go through in life was drug addiction. After that was self love. I had to pray my way out and confront myself and just pray, pray, pray. So, what's one of the hardest things that you've gone through? Oh, you said that as well, right?
What?
Being sober has been a pretty big challenge for you so far.
Sober was my biggest challenge. Second was well, no, I think that was
Pretty much, huh?
yeah. That's always been my main thing,
Yeah.
because it stopped me from doing a lot of things.
Oh, yeah.
Like sometimes I would make dope beats. I'd come back, but what's crazy is a week later, I would check my files and I would look at the files and I'll be like, when did I make that?
Damn.
Like, I wouldn't remember beats I had made.
So I think my biggest challenge so far in life has probably been to try to find who I am. That's probably the biggest challenge I have so far. Because I've been a mom for so long and now I'm like, okay, who am I? What am I doing? Hello? What's happening? That's pretty much mine. Let's go ahead and move on to our next question. Our last question that we asked our followers was, what's the most painful words somebody has ever said to you? Somebody said, they didn't say it to me, but said it about me. This person said, I am just with her because her family does not love her. That's sad.
Damn, what the fuck?
Dude, when I read that, I was like, holy smack,
That's a
man.
piece of shit.
Literally, I'm just with her because her family doesn't love her. Yeah, so that one was pretty sad. I feel like if you have to be with someone out of pity. Another follower said, the hardest thing somebody has ever said to me was, you'll never be anything in life. And that's pretty fudged up. I've had that said to me as well a couple times. What about you, babe? What's the most painful words somebody has said to you?
Let me think.
Yeah, you see, that also makes me think too, because it's like,
I don't
well,
think
I've
I've
had a lot of
words-
like
I don't-
words said to me too.
Yeah, but I don't
like-
think I've had words affect me like that.
Oh, okay.
Like, you know?
I know what you mean. You're not like the oh, this hurts my feelings type of person.
Yeah.
But if you had to choose, what was the most like, oh,
I mean,
that's
I
fucked up?
Can't really think of one.
Think of one, whore.
Literally, who has said...
I don't know. Just think of some. It doesn't have to be anyone. You know, it could literally be something that just stuck with you that you were like, damn. You know. The hardest thing anyone said to me. I've had a couple of things. That's why. It depends, because it's like if I'm talking about when I was young, it was things my mom would say. If I'm talking about like when I was a teenager, it was just things life would say. And if I'm talking about like an adult, it's more like it's just things my family has said. So it just depends what age you're asking me.
I don't think I've ever had anybody say anything to me that bad to crush me.
Oh, okay. You're just a strong baddie. You're a baddie. Woo!
Wait, what was the question?
What was the most painful word somebody has said to you?
Okay, now I'm low-key thinking of one.
Okay.
I think the most painful was when I was drinking heavily, and when you had told me that my son, that he said that he was scared of me. I think those were the most painful.
Damn. I mean, it was true.
It was true.
And he told you himself too, so I mean, I think when you were drinking, you scared everybody. You became a different person.
Yeah.
It wasn't only, it wasn't only our son. That's why I say, like...
I think that's kind of why I made I changed. Like, I'm changing. I'm in the process.
Yeah.
I'm in the process, and my bond...
And I feel like...
My bond with him is 10 times.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
It's like 100.
Like, so much better now. Now it's like, where's Dad? When's Dad coming? Where's Dad? Dad this, Dad that, Dad this. And I'm like, oh my God. But I feel like one thing people should know is when we did talk about it, it was when you were already sober and we were already talking, and it was like,
oh yeah,
you need to change.
Yeah, I remember you would
scare him.
You would always tell me. You would always sit me down, and
and it's like, and I'm
you would try to talk some sense to me,
make you mad or to hurt you.
But then look,
I'm saying it because you're hurting him.
This brings me back to the beginning when I said, okay, you drink as an alcoholic. You drink when you're happy. You drink when you're sad.
Yeah.
You drink when you're mad.
Yeah.
Always all those emotions, all negative emotions, all in one. So it only led me to drink more. And I would get mad at myself, literally knowing I wouldn't work with my bond with my son.
Yeah. I think
I
I
hated myself because I wanted to, but I didn't put the effort.
I think I saw that too. And I think that's like why I finally was like you need to change, like, you know, like it's the like the that was like the, how do you say that saying?
Kind of like the
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 last straw,
final straw,
basically.
yeah.
Like that was the last straw. And it was like, if you don't change for yourself, at least do it for your kids,
Yeah.
because they were getting to the
And they
point where it
see.
was like, you know, they're growing, they see everything, and that's how it is with kids.
They
And
see, and just how I love how everything is tying in right now to the same topic because they see everything, and I don't want that to be their normal.
yeah, and that's one thing that we like after came to the agreement, that was like, we are not going to give our kids a childhood where they are going to grow up like with trauma, you know. And I feel like that's why I'm like, I didn't realize how hard it is for people who do suffer from addictions to
Oh,
be
it's
sober.
extremely hard.
You know, I would like, in my head, I was like, dude, just freaking stop. Like when you would come all the time, I'd be like, dude, just like, what the heck? Like, you're like a monster. And that's the thing, is you're not, though. And it was like so hard to convince people that you were this monster, you know? Like all of our friends, all of our family, my own family would be like, that's not true. Girl, you're lying.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, please believe me.
And
Like,
honestly, I started changing more when I started admitting.
yeah.
I
And like,
started admitting, okay, because when I was a drunk, I was like, you can't tell me shit. Like, no,
yeah.
like, no, I
And it
didn't
was
do
like,
that. Like, I'm not
it
that
was
guy.
like a literal like flip, like a switch. And it was like Heckle and Jide, basically,
The
where it was
first,
like you
I'm
were
not gonna
this
lie, the
awesome
first
person.
2 weeks of being sober were the hardest.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm running already like over a month
I think a
already.
month already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first 2 weeks were super hard. And I did have withdrawals. I was sweating more than usual, which was all the
Oh.
alcohol. Um, I noticed my happiness more up. I started smiling more.
I saw it. I still see it. I see you more like involved. And it's crazy because what we were used to as normal was not, it wasn't fucking
It wasn't
normal.
involved. It was like,
Like
leave me
it
alone.
wasn't
It
normal.
was leave me alone.
And it's like now it's like, oh my gosh, okay, this is normal. Like this is what
This is how it
this is,
should be.
yeah, like this is what I want. And this is what we need to give our kids. I just feel like anyone that's going, like that's going through addiction, like seek help, even if it's alcohol, even if it's like you don't know how to control yourself with drugs or anything, just go get some help, because you're not only hurting yourself, you
And if
know.
you're surrounded by, friends and family, like how I am, I'm surrounded by alcohol. I
Yeah.
go. So alcohol is just everywhere when with friends and family.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes what I did is I took the 2 week break. I took a break.
Yeah.
And I literally said, I told everybody, I took like a week break. And then I came back, started kicking it more. It wasn't until I started mentally battling and actually winning my fights because I was surrounded by them drinking and offering, and I declined.
Yeah. You basically
That's when I
go
knew.
through like a mental warfare with yourself when it
Yeah.
comes to that.
Yeah, it's an all mental battle. And sometimes it sucks. Like, no lie, like, I would literally be like, my palms would sweat, and I'd be like,
I want it. I want
like,
it.
I'm really
Yeah.
craving it. Like, when was it when I was craving it? I was
Oh,
craving it,
yes,
remember?
I remember. Yeah. And you were like, I really, and I was like, no, dude, no.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I was like, I'm
you don't need it.
craving it. I'm
Stop.
like,
Like,
it sounds good right now.
yeah.
But yeah, it's just mental battle. Like right now,
It's getting to the point where it was either the alcohol or your family. And It's, you know,
Don't ever let it get to that point.
yeah. And, you know, we've almost been together for a decade, and it's like, you can't let a decade go over alcohol,
You
you
know,
know, like an addiction. So, especially when you have, you know, kids and a family.
right now, being sober, I'm like 10 times more motivated. I've been uh, I've been doing good,
Hmm.
really better. Just trying to do good.
Yeah, you got this. I'm I'm honestly, I'm so like happy that you changed. I'm so proud of you. You literally have like proven
Thank you,
yourself.
man.
And at first I was like, okay, this is like the same old
Yeah,
thing.
cause I would do it all the
At
time.
first I was
I would
like,
be like
okay,
2 days,
he
three
like
days. I'm not doing
he
it, and
says he's
then
not gonna
boom,
drink
and
anymore.
then
I give him like a day or two.
and then I would go back.
Yeah. I think alcohol and drugs changes people. You can be the nicest person, and I genuinely say like you are one of the like coolest. You're so chill. You're like one of the nicest people out there. I know, like, to how can I say, to the world you show, you know, something else,
Yeah.
but with family and with genuine friends and with, you know, the love, your loved
Well,
ones,
well, yeah.
you're
It's
such a
because
goofy
I don't,
person.
I don't understand some people sometimes because it's like, why are you treating family and friends you say you love and care about the same way you would treat a stranger in the street?
Oh, no, no,
You know,
no.
like with me,
That's one thing
I
I can
have
say.
families, I have friends. You know, my family comes first than
Oh yes,
anything.
yeah.
My family,
I mean, it's literally
I'll drop it. I
family over
drop anything.
everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
family over everything. I drop everything to help out when a
Mhm.
family member.
Yeah. That's one thing I can vouch 100% is
It's
you
unity.
are this like this person who loves his family, who loves his friends, who is genuinely that, like, what is your saying? You literally are like a full life person. Like, you are a family over everything type of person. Like, and it's sad when people like that go through addiction, even if it's like alcoholism, you
Oh
know.
yeah, because
It
it's
sucks
all
because
about
it's you
it's
become
just
a different person.
you just get misunderstood.
Yeah.
You know, I had people come up to me, thinking I'm like an alcoholic raging guy. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
I'm chilling.
Yeah. What is one thing you wish people knew about you that they don't know? Like, what is one thing that you wish people understood about you?
I think one thing would be that one thing that I wish they would understand about me.
Yeah, like that they knew about you, or like, okay, what's one thing people that you would like? How can I say it?
Oh, that I'm smart. I'm really smart.
You are.
You know.
Yeah, no, you fucking are.
I wish people knew. Like I'm smart. Like the things I do behind just
Oh
rap.
yeah.
Like like you wouldn't suspect anyone like from this ghetto. My ghetto, to really be able to pull the things I do.
As in, like, your business wise,
No,
like
as
your
in the things
music
I do,
wise.
like mixing,
Oh,
like beat
okay.
making, like the process. They just be like, oh, okay, like Fody knows how to make beats. So it's like, no, bro, I know about business too.
Oh no,
I
yeah,
can help
you.
you.
No, that's what's crazy is you really have like you. I, I'm learning as like I could watching. I'm like, whoa, what's going on? Like, yeah, I see
Yeah,
you growing and growing into this like holy smack. I'm like, oh my god,
it's a
you're like
businessman. I want to be
it's
a
crazy. I see you
businessman.
like
I'm
just
gonna be a
feeding your
businessman.
brain, getting all these books. I literally see you read. It's like wild. It's awesome,
I
dude.
would never would have thought I would pick up a book.
It's wild. No, now you have these nice ass glasses. You're like slowly getting there, dude.
I want to
Just
be
got to
an
get the
entrepreneur.
tuxedos in and all that and official.
Yep.
I see it. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram 4040s. Blah, blah, blah. Don't forget to follow our Instagram 40s underscore wine underscore podcast, where we ask questions every single week so you can be included in our next podcast. We hope you guys enjoy, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.
Yes.
Thank you guys for being
Tuning
involved in our
in.
journey.
Yes, sir.
Get ready for some more deep conversations, and you can answer them in our DMs. And feel free to give us any opinions,
Shout out
comments
the homies.
down below.
All right,
Okay.
guys.
Thank you guys. We hope you guys
Blah.
enjoy. Bye.